What's going on, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wrestling Rush Hour. So, time and time again, as I keep saying, Shawn Michaels keeps proving me right time and time again. NXT is a must watch. If any of you guys are tuning in and you don't watch NXT, I would advise that you should go watch NXT. It's a very entertaining show. And just all around, all the men, the women, everyone's just talented. Everything that Shawn Michaels does, it makes sense. The backstage segments, some of them are not as even long as what WWE would do, but it's just very important to the show. And we started to show off with Jasper, who is the new guy from WWE's LFG show. He showed up and he attacked Oba Femi, slammed him, basically choke slammed him into a windshield, and that's how we started off the show. Then the next thing that occurred was we had a match between Ethan Page and Shawn Legacy. This was a decent match. In the beginning, it was more technical of a match, and then later on, Ethan Page ended up doing like a pretty cool code breaker, like in between the ropes and whatnot. I thought that was pretty cool. And we end up seeing Ethan Page pick up the win. But Shawn Legacy did put on a pretty good showing, in my opinion. Then the next thing we saw after that match was Ricky Saints just punching and attacking Ethan Page. So we'll see what happens later on in regards to that feud. And then moving on, we see there was Ava with Jacy Jayne. Yeah, man. I believe her name is, what's the girl's name? There we go, Lainey Reid. Lainey Reid, she showed up, and basically they had it back and forth. Lainey Reid slapped Jacy Jayne twice, and Jacy Jayne ended up wanting a match, and she was saying she was going to put her championship on the line. So we'll see what happens in regards to who Jacy Jayne is actually going to be feuding with. But yeah, that match ended up happening, and it was a good championship match. I thought the two put on a pretty good match. I wouldn't say 5-star, but maybe like a 3.5 or so. Moving on from that, we ended up seeing Yoshiki, I hope I'm saying it right, and Josh Bridges. They ended up going up against the Cullen. The Cullen ended up picking up the win. They did have a backstage segment, kind of talking about why Izzy attacked one of their members and whatnot. I thought that was pretty good. I like the certain backstage segments are just intentional and not just kind of random for no reason, just to kind of fill time. So I thought that was a good thing. Then we see Blake Monroe. Apparently Mariah May, her new name is going to be Blake Monroe, and she's going to be signing her NXT contract next week. So we'll see what happens with her in regards to storylines and things of that nature. Then we saw something with Lash Legend and some of the other women backstage, Kehlani Jordan and whatnot, and there was like some type of altercation and whatnot. It ended up culminating in a match, and Lash Legend ended up picking up the win against Warren Sinclair. I thought that was a good match. I'm not going to lie, sometimes I skip those type of matches, but it was actually an entertaining match. And then for the main event, we ended up seeing Jasper Troy versus Oba. I'm not going to lie. With them having Jasper attack Oba, I thought that Oba was going to lose and then get called up to the main roster. They did a really good job in making it believable that he was going to lose. So shout out to Jasper Troy, because if I'm not mistaken, and I want to say I didn't see him last week. I don't know if he already had matches before, but I don't know how many matches he's in terms of being on NXT, but that guy, they both put on a show. It was a very entertaining main event, and man, it's just, the show was just quick. It felt like, you just watch it and boom, it was over. So overall, shout out to everyone on that show. And now, we can't forget Trick Williams. Shout out to Trick Williams, man. I may end up doing some TNA reviews because, again, Trick Williams is probably my favorite wrestler down at NXT. So outside of like Oba Femi and whatnot. So I may end up doing a TNA review. If you guys want me to do that, please hit the like button. That will let me know if you want me to do a TNA review, or just comment down and just say TNA, and then I'll start doing TNA reviews and whatnot. So and also too, if you guys want me to do AEW reviews, I'll do that as well. I just don't know if you guys want me to do that or not. But anyways, overall, I thought it was a great show, and I would say it was a B plus. I'm not going to give it an A, but I would say it was a B plus show. And let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think? Peace.